ruin has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
Oh yeah, the game doesn't really pull any punches from the start. Darkest dungeon is about making the most of a bad situation. Quests will fail or must be abandoned. Heroes will die. And when they die, they stay dead. Progress autosaves constantly, so actions are permanent. The game expects a lot out of you. How far will you push your adventurers? How much are you willing to risk in your quest to restore the hamlet? What will you sacrifice to save the life of your favorite hero? Thankfully, there are always fresh souls arriving on the state. Okay. I didn't click anything, it just said I was done reading. So yeah, the game is not kidding. You are going to lose heroes unless you are extremely good at this game. It's not a matter of if, it is a matter of when and how. Let's go ahead. And I have the Shieldbreaker is the only paid DLC that I have. I do have the Musketeer and the Butcher Circus, but those are free. I do not have the Color of Madness or the Crimson Court, so we will not be doing that. Here are the difficulty modes. Radiant lets you adjust certain aspects of the game to make it a bit easier. Darkest is the normal difficulty, and this was originally the only difficulty that there was. And Stygian is basically nightmare difficulty. It's not kidding when it says you have a time limit and a death limit. If 14 heroes die, you immediately lose the game. If you go over, I think it's 30 days, you immediately lose the game. It does not matter where you were in the game, you're done, you're over. That save file is gone, it cannot be completed. So we're gonna go to Radiant, and using my pen name, my pen surname, I'll go with Flamesong. Now I want to show that I do have some mods that I can put on. Most of these just make the game a little bit extra easier for me. And that's really because I'm terrible at this game. Most of what I'm going to be keeping on are custom classes like the Falconer, the Onabusha, the Air, Link. But mostly, these are keeping things like stacked and everything. I will mostly leave the rest of this off for now, at least. I think that it enabled all of them. Oh no, it didn't. It pushed all the unenabled ones. I will turn those on if I need it, but right now I kind of want to keep more to a normal difficulty, especially with Radiant on, which I'll have to modify when we actually get in the game. So let's do that.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient, pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path, you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
So it was hard to see, but there was kind of a black thing above the writer's head. That is what's known as the Iron Crown, and that is the symbol for stress in this game. It's also kind of an occult symbol. This is your torchlight. You get dodge, scouting, and monster surprise chance increase the higher the light, but the lower the light, you also get better loot, but the monsters get stronger in lower light, so it's kind of a balance thing. Every hero has 8 skills, but you can only equip 4 at a time. This is where their trinkets go, this is where your inventory goes, and you never get any more inventory space than this. This is what you're stuck with. That's why I have inventory mods, because I got really, really sick. So the way you move around the world is via the map. You click.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
You click to set where you go, and then you hold A or D. If you move backwards, you actually get more stress from moving backwards.
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
Combat! Combat is turn-based and mostly decided by the roll of the die. Now, what position you're actually in your 14 party is important. Notice the white and red dots down there. The white dots is where the character has to be in the formation to use it, and the red dots is what of the enemy formation it targets. So Dismas here could use tracking shot in any position, but he cannot hit the front row with it, and all we have is the front row, which is why it's grayed out. While pistol shot requires him to be in the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, but again, he cannot hit the first position. So what we could do is grape shot blast, which does damage and debuffs the enemy. You can see the basic stuff here. Or open vein, which causes bleed, which is actually really good. Bleed and blight are the 2 debuffs. Bleed makes a target bleed over time, and it pierces through protection, which is really good. So for Reynald, we have Smite, which is basic damage, Zealous Accusation, which is less damage but hits both the first and second, Stunning Blow, which does not do very much damage, but it stuns the enemy, which skips their next turn, and Bulwark of Faith, which marks him, meaning that all enemies will target him, but increases the torch and increases his protection. We're gonna go with Stunning Blow for now.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Mostly because he was almost dead anyway. Oh, we got some gold from that. Here's a tent. These are, I forget what they're called. I think they're called curiosities. And you can inspect them on the way. But good or bad things will happen dependent on either what you have on you or complete RNG. In this case, we actually got really, really lucky.
Unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places.
Because I've had that seriously stressed out Reynald before. And then just hit W to go in the door.
An ambush. Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
So notice how this guy has a sort of double bar here? He is actually so big he takes up 2 slots. So for example, with I'll have to show you when it comes back to Reynald's turn. For now, let's bleed him. Crits are good. Crits drop stress. Your hero can actually die from stress. If they hit 100 stress, they will be tested and will gain either a virtue or an affliction. If they hit 100 stress again after that, they will die of a heart attack. That if they hit 200 stress, they will die of a heart attack. Either way, they can die and have a heart attack. But you hear, see, Zealous Accusation will only hit him because he is in the front and is 2. So we're just gonna stun him. Also, as you can see, enemies also have multi-hit moves. Big enemies often get 2 turns, and your stun only lasts 1 turn, so... This is kind of good, but kind of bad. It's kind of bad because, things like stuns or debuffs will wear off faster. But it's kind of good in that you don't have to... They'll, like, bleed faster.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
I think that means bleeding a lot. I hope you like the narrator because he never stops talking. Also, yeah, enemies leave behind corpses, which actually keeps the formation. This can be really bad because enemy skills also have spot requirements in the party. So if you can push them back or pull them up, they may be completely helpless. But corpses exist to prevent you from doing that so easily. Fortunately, as you can see, Reynald is a little weak in that he cannot hit past the 2nd row. So we're gonna have to do something about that corpse. Because Dismas isn't really handling this well by himself. Thankfully, it's kind of weak. But that may just be because I'm on radio mode.
Confidence
There we go.
surges as the enemy crumbles.
We got 4 deeds, 4 crests, and sapphires, which is good. Any treasure you get, you sell when you go back to the hamlet. Also, just to show you, you open the chest, it's trapped. The only way to safely open that chest is to get a key drop from one of the enemies, which is entirely possible, but completely random. Okay, so something is... I think my mouse is off where it actually should be. Which is kind of fantastic, because I don't know what the game is doing. Oh yeah, my mouse is definitely off of where it actually should be. That's great. Let me disable that. You don't actually need to see my mouse anyway. So whenever you finish a map, or a mission, or whatever, your characters have a chance to get a trait. Some of these traits are good, some of these traits are bad. Good traits are in white, bad traits are in red. In this case, we've got Cove Tactician, which is 15 damage in the cove, which is an area. And Steady, which means he takes 10% less stress from all sources, which is actually pretty good. Like I said,
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
It's like the game doubled its size, but it didn't actually put the game in the other spots. It's just all black screen in my editor, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, Dismas leveled up, Reynald leveled up, and we got to the hamlet without anyone dying, which is actually an accomplishment, believe it or not. So we got some stuff we need to do here. These are all bosses and everything. We'll eventually get to all of that. So let's look at everything first. This is a survivalist, which handles camping skills, which we'll get into later. It's not open. Tavern is not open. The sanitarium is not open. The abbey is not open. Nothing is open except what is, red. The stage...
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
Alright, catch you later, Mav. Yeah, I was kind of wondering what was going on there. You still here, Shane, or should I stop? Alright, let's keep going then. So Stagecoach is where you get new heroes, which is exactly what it said, but I mean, that is what it said. It's where you get new heroes. You can only hold a certain amount. Mine's 21 because, again, mods. This is... So we're gonna go ahead and grab them.
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
And the Ancestor, which is what that guy is called, has different voice clips for every class.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting. Trinkets and charms, gathered from all the forgotten corners of the earth.
This is what this is. This is the Nomad Wagon. This sometimes gets you trinkets you can buy. Trinkets are really nice and you want to get them, but they're also very expensive. You will always be hurting for everything in this game, basically.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
The Ancestors' memoirs here are just the cutscenes we've seen. House of Ruin is the opening cutscene. The Old Road is where we saw where we fell off the coach. And the Graveyard is where all the dead heroes are.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
That's basically all we can do. So what you can do is if you right-click, you will actually bring up the character's sheet. So in this case, Reynauld has Warrior of Light, which gives him extra damage if the torch is high, which is good because I keep the torch high. He has God-Fearing, which means he will only pray for stress relief, which is not great. And Kleptomaniac, which means he's prone to stealing things if we interact with a curiosity with him. Which is not great, as you can probably guess. I could also rename him if I wanted, and I can change what color he's wearing. I kind of prefer the red, so I'm going to go with that. And this is where you also can equip their skills. Sorry, they have 7 skills, not 8. You have to actually unlock these skills, but I really like the Crusader. Because they have some really good skills. Also, these are the camping skills, which is what you use while camping. Which, again, we'll get into that when I actually camp. Dismas has known cheat, which means he's not allowed to gamble. But he comes with Hard Noggin, which is stun resist, which is good. And Quick Reflexes, which is speed, which is really good. Also, you can see the preferred position and preferred target here give you an idea of what your loadout can best hit and from where, which is always nice. Now, Dismas and Reynauld are all, like I said, they're always pre-generated. They will always be exactly the same. The only thing that is random is what traits they get at the end. But beyond these two, every other hero is completely randomized. In this case, we have the Plague Doctor, which is actually my favorite class. I like what she's in. They're quirks, not traits. Natural Swing gives her more accuracy, which is good. Marked by the Flock. I have not seen this one. Whether for revenge or for trade, the Talon Brigands hunt for you. This is new. I have not seen this one before. I believe that means that some of our encounters are going to be these Talon Brigades, as long as she's in our party. I'm not totally certain. I'm a sucker for Plague Doctors. I'm sorry. I really like Plague Doctors. I love the aesthetic. But her position looks like she's preferred to be in 3, and she doesn't really hit anything well. Plague Grenade will hit the back row, this will hit the front row. This will buff our party. Hilariously, they had to actually nerf Emboldening Vapors. Somebody actually one-shot the final boss with enough uses of the skill. And I think they had to go and nerf it. And then Disorientating Blast, which is a stun, but look at the bottom there. It clears all corpses. That's actually quite important. And Ross we have is the Vestal, and she's your basic healer. There is a healer that's better than she is, but also a lot more unpredictable. And unfortunately, she comes with not good things. Resilient is good, but Paranormia, which means that she will forcibly interact with any paranormal quirks, and Fragile, which drops her HP. That's not great. We can deal with that. Let's see. Ace Bash, Divine Grace, Divine Comfort. Okay, this is not a good loadout that we got. Because Reynald and Dismas need to be in 1 and 2. And Nyat needs to be in 3. She cannot damage in the 4th slot. But that is really the only slot she can be in right now. So this is not... This was not the greatest roll. But quite frankly, that's going to be happening a lot. The thing of, well, this is not exactly what we wanted. Here we go. So here's what you can modify with the Radiant. You can modify warnings to give you stuff like, oh, you don't have trinkets equipped, something like that. This gives stuff like, oh, you don't have very much food or torches. Deck-based stagecoach, more long-term. I think it's fine. Oh, this is new. I like this a lot. Dark Side Big. So monsters leave corpses, which is pretty good. Combat delay penalties. Like I said, heroes get stressed and enemies call reinforcement if you take too long to kill. And I do not like that. I really do not like that. Morality debuffs, which is stat penalties persist even being healed off death's door, which is also something I don't like. There's mortality. Basically, a hero cannot just straight die. When a hero gets dropped to 0 health, they go into a state known as Death's Door. Any damage that they take has a chance to kill them, but they also have a chance to resist it. Once you heal them, they're immediately off Death's Door, and even just 1 HP means that when they get hit again, they're dropped back down to 0 again, and Death's Door triggers again. You can never just straight kill a hero. I do not like retreats. Damage to players. And I do like this. So this is another thing, is that when a hero completes a mission in the Darkest Dungeon, they will never go back normally. I have it where they will go back, but they'll be stressed out a lot from it. This is generally how I like to play it. Changes. Good to go. So since everything is closed, literally all you can do is just embark on the next mission.
A mecca of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
Also, you can send an entire group of level 0 heroes into the Darkest Dungeon, which is the endgame dungeon. You get an achievement for doing that. Also, they will like scream and cry if you do that because they do not really want to go. For good reason. I think the achievement's even like sacrificial lambs or something. It's really awful.
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
Here's where you buy stuff. You want to get food. I usually prefer to take 12. Because if you hit a hunger event and you don't have food, your characters all take damage. Which is not good. Antivenom counters blights and poisons. Holy Water purges evil, can be applied in battle for resistant buff. The Vestal always gives you one, and the Plague Doctor always gives you an antivenom. Keys unlock stuff. Herbs cleanse stuff. Bandages can stop bleeding, but you can also do certain curios with the bandages. This is a very short mission. I don't think we're going to need more than this. I'm going to go ahead and take a shovel and a key just in case. Anything you do not use, you are refunded, I believe, at the end of the quest. If not refunded, you at least resell it and get some of your money back. So it's good to go in with what you think you might need, rather than trying to skimp out on it. Alright, so let's take a look at what we've got here. So this is a short dungeon, so there's not too many rooms. We just have to clear 90% of them. Also, you can see here that I have him selected. I can actually select anyone to do the inspections with curios and stuff. And we got a free torch.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
It's actually good because we're gonna use a torch to keep the light level normal. And we got a bottle in here. So one slight thing is skeletons cannot be poisoned. Or sorry, skeletons cannot suffer bleed, which makes sense. You can blight them, which doesn't quite make sense, but I believe that's because you can't bleed them. Let's go with... missile shot, since his bleed's not gonna be good here. Yeah, she can only hit the back with that. Let's just go ahead and
Their
straight up kill him.
formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Also, if you kill with a crit, they do not leave a corpse behind, which I find kind of interesting.
Another abomination
Case in
cleansed
point.
from our lands.
Also, yeah, skeletons count as unholy, so Dismas's basic skill wrecks them. Oh, I accidentally used the key for the unlocked one. That was my bad.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
I wasted a key. Oh well. This is the first mission. It's not really gonna come out and hit you.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Also, if you do this with your hands, everybody loses health, but a shovel lets you just clear it without losing any health. That's why I brought a shovel with me. Oh, hello. Okay, this in the back. This is bad. The cultist acolyte here is actually very, very bad because she can stress your party out. And stress is way worse to deal with than actual damage is. Unfortunately, she can cast that in any slot as far as I'm aware. Dang it, Dismas! His Zealous accusation hit.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Also, yeah, those heals will always stay this weak, this fairly weak. Healing is not something you're supposed to really be focused on. Really need to get rid of her and fast.
Confidence surges
That-
as the enemy crumbles.
That works! Way to go, Neon! Dismas is getting his butt kicked over here.
Continue the onslaught.
I mean, all we have none of that, though.
All.
I really like the Ancestors voice acting, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, nobody here. Let's... this one. Because we only need to clear 90%, we can skip one of the rooms, so I'll skip the top corner there. Dang it! And Renald just stole
A
all of that.
handsome reward for a task well performed.
So I didn't get any of that. Thanks, you jerk. This guy in the back is fairly bad news.
Masterfully
Let's
executed.
see what we can do about him. That is good because Blight should
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
If you kill with Bleed or Blight, it also doesn't leave a corpse. Oh, that's not good.
Blurred vision. The end approaches.
Yeah, your crits cause stress heals, but getting crit causes your entire party to get stressed.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Thankfully that did not go too badly.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Also, yeah, most of the charms have drawbacks to them, which kinda sucks, but what are you gonna do? I believe we can cleanse it with the holy water? And it fully healed Nihat. That was absolutely worth doing. Not quite fully, she's still kinda stressed. Also, scouting happens sometimes to tell you what events are coming up. In this case, that is a trap we are coming on. I kind of want to be very careful to see. Yeah, there it is. That light back up. Also, when you get close to a trap, you can see what everyone's disarm chances are. Shocker, the Highwayman has the best chance of disarming it. Got scouting again. There's treasure there. I'm gonna keep going the way I'm going, though, I think.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
You can see plus stress, plus monster crits. And that will keep going up the lower the light goes. And here's what I'm talking about. So, hunger is just a random event on the map that does not get shown with scouting or anything else. It is completely random, essentially. So that's why you want to keep at least one food for everybody around.
The light,
Torchlight back up.
the promise of safety.
And there was no fight. Which I knew, so I'm not really sure why I immediately forgot. There is an obstacle. Luckily, I have that other shovel. One last light. Here comes a fight. This thing is also trouble. The Bone Courtier, I guess is what it's called, is really, really not good because it can stress out your entire party at once. So we kind of want to try to deal with that. More damage per, and it has 3 HP. Okay, so one important thing is, in this game, is what's called action economy. Essentially, you want to make sure that your enemy has as few actions as possible, and you want to make sure you don't waste any of your actions. Now, in the case of the Bone Courier, it only has 3 HP, and it's going to take 4 HP at the start of its turn. Because of that, it is basically dead as far as economy goes, so you do not want to hurt it. Or rather, you don't want to prioritize hurting it. If you just kind of hurt it because it's in the way of hurting something else, that's okay. But you do not want to do any single targets or anything.
Pumps. The limbs obey.
Because that would just be a waste of your turn because it's already dead. It's going to die when its turn comes up. Like that.
Death by inches.
Ouch. Stop shooting people! It's so rude. Okay, blight it. You got it. Okay, 4 damage. So if we can drop it to 4 or less health, that's nothing to worry about. We're not doing anything with Reynald. Let's see if we can take the stress off of Dismas and Knots.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
So I think I said it, but marked means that they will be focusing Reynald there for a little while. Which is why he also got a protection buff from doing that. Or they're supposed to. Maybe it's just they have a higher chance. Not necessarily guaranteed. There's a crit! That should have... Yeah, that doubled the damage for... Blight. Oh, if that hits, then it should be dead.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
It's dead next turn anyway, so...
Grievous injury. Palpable fear.
Quit critting my people! Uh-oh, that's not good. So that can happen. Just like how you can shuffle the enemy party can shuffle you. And that's not always good. Luckily, Yacht did not necessarily need to be into.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own. Soothed. Sedated.
Ow. Go away. We got
A trifling
Stone.
victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Oh, this is actually really good for Dismas. Because he already has a bonus 2 speed, so this is basically just dropping that to bonus 1 speed, but for giving him a bleed chance. That's really good. And I don't want to go explore the other place, so... I also ruined the key, so I didn't have a key to open that chest. So you can see you get some of your money back for stuff. And heirlooms are important because we need heirlooms for upgrading things. Okay, so Dismas and Neot got something. Oh, fantastic. Foreign's Foe, which is bad. Cove Explorer, which is pretty good. Night Owl, which is not anything we'll be using, but it's not detrimental, so I don't care. You are basically at the mercy of the RNG for this game. This is one of those games.
The tents are pitched, banners fly, and the corpse wagons stand at the ready. The circus has come to town.
As I was saying, you are at the mercy of the RNG for this game. The game is basically just deal with what the RNG gives you and try not to do too bad. Put this ring this week to relieve its stress. Alright, go and do that.
Festivity and ferocity, united for the decadent pleasure of a bawdy crowd.
So the Butcher's Circus here is...
Traveling bacchanal. A debauched contest of survival. The Butcher's Circus is all these things. And more.
Are you done? Thank you. So the Butcher's Circus is the PvP option for Darkest Dungeon. It's really interesting because it basically bottoms everything out. You pick your group, you pick your trinkets, and then you go and fight. You can actually do, here it is. You can do fights with friends directly, which is kind of cool. But I'm not going to be doing this because I'm not anywhere near skilled enough for that. Do not think these other ones are very good, though. I don't like... I'm willing to drop my speed, but I'm not willing to drop my dodge. I'm just not. I think I can... for her to sell? Oh, it's hold shift to sell trick. So let's... get rid of that. That. Keeping that for Dismas. Or anybody else who uses bleed. You cannot lose characters from PvP. It's because there are no characters in PvP. It is essentially completely separate from your save file. You just pick... You basically pick a class, assign everything you want to them, and then you can save it there. It's basically to make PvP so that everybody is on an even ground. Because the only way you could get... The only way you get an advantage from PvP is by playing PvP. Because as you level up your prestige level, which is permanent and never lowers, you get more trinkets to pick from. So it's not necessarily a straight upgrade, because even some of the early trinkets are good. And it might, you might have strategies that better work with the early trinkets, so... I need to click on it from here to go back?
The campaign can wait. For now, carnage calls.
Okay. It would actually force me to do a PvP battle for that, and I'm not gonna do that yet. So the tavern and the abbey have now unlocked, which are things we can use for stress relief. Remember what I said about at 100 stress they get an affliction or a virtue, and affliction is a much higher chance. And at 200 stress they die, so you don't want to take them out too often, but we don't really have much of a choice. Because we don't have enough to make working parties from. What we do have is another Crusader. What have you got, Felicé? Warrior of Light, which is good. That is also really good. Only meditate and has less of my... This is not fantastic, but we're kind of strapped for warm bodies right now, so we'll take it.
A mighty sword arm anchored by holy purpose. A zealous warrior.
And Gorlot here, or however you say that, is actually my second favorite class, which is the Houndmaster. Fast healer, that's good, but not yet. That's actually pretty decent. That's really, really bad. That's also really bad. Oof. We're gonna replace him as soon as we get... Let's see, what is he? So he has to be positions 3 or 4, but can hit anything. That's not horrible.
A lawman and his faithful beast. A bond forged by battle and bloodshed.
I wouldn't call that great, but that's not horrible. So now we have multiple things we can do in the ruins, which with multiple rewards. So we can complete 100% of room battles, 9% of rooms, 9% of rooms, 100% of room battles. Speed, 20 resist. This isn't too bad because there's not too many enemies that move you around. There's plenty, but they're not like everywhere. This is... This is pretty good, I think. I don't like the healing received part, but that's a pretty good trade-off. And here's our first class specific. This you can only use this on abominations, and I don't really use abominations, so I'm kind of... The blight and bleed resist for some disease resist. This is not too bad. I think disease only shows up in healed, I want to say, which is this down here. I'm not too sure. Let's go ahead and go for that one. Oh, wrong button. Okay. Take a key, shovel. This should be good enough. Let's go.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
I guess this is sort of directly under the manor? We have trap, treasure, and nothing in the room. Bismuth. Thank you. Maiden. We have what we need for that. Think anti-venom will work? No. Holy water? No. We're just gonna move on. I don't really want my heroes putting their hands all over a rusty Iron Maiden. complete 100% of room battles. We're gonna have to go down. We'll probably have to go back up and around because this probably has a room battle. I'm almost certain from where it is. That's just kind of how things tend to go. Got...
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Got a map. That didn't help me at all. Great,
The
thanks.
light, the promise of safety.
Well, I didn't notice that before. It's no use. This is all the light we are getting for now. Hello, Mr. Big Man. Humans, I believe, are vulnerable to both blight and bleed. More damage. And we got him now. He is now dead. Kind of meant to do the whole party one to see if I could get grass, but oh well. He's now. Aw, dang it, he resists the stun.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Gonna hurt. Okay, good dodge there, Reynald. We can blight him a second time. Then he will be down. Let's give it a try. It worked! So he's dead next to his next turn.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
And there he goes. And we're getting whipped again. Stop making us bleed, you jerk. Fortunately, Nyat does not have her heal.
The ground quakes.
Not fantastic, because her heal cures blight and bleeding, I believe.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Bad. Everyone's just gonna have to kind of deal with bleeding out for a bit. There is no room battle here. You can just not worry about the torchlight for a little bit. Uh-oh. Oh good, she didn't curse us all. Yes, that's possible. Dismas to get the trap. And food for everybody. I knew it. Alright, back we go. There's no new events, people just taking stress from the darkness. A little annoying and a little tedious when you gotta walk back, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Alright, let's get the light back up. Because we have immediately got to fight. Oh god, it's spiders. Why did it have to be spiders? They kinda have a blight resist, but not really. I mean, it's not a huge blight resist, I guess, is more what I'm going for. And that should... yeah, that one in the back is now dead. Oh, come on! Read better, Reynald! Oh, that's not good. Stun marked. They immediately went to try to fight Dismas.
A death by inches.
I get the feeling nobody here likes Dismas.
Be gone, fiend.
that was a timely crit. Go away.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Book. That was not the best idea. Sure. Okay. This is kind of how Darkest Dungeon just goes. The curios do sometimes have things that can guarantee good results, but you have to have them memorized, and I don't. Retorch? Retorch!
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
And more cultists!
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Wow, Dismas just did not want any of that today. Come on, Reynold. This is a really pitiful showing, man. At least Dismas didn't start bleeding on the floor. I was trying to shoot the thing I could not actually shoot. And he is now dead. Right now, a little patched up here. Only for poor Nyat to get stabbed.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
I probably should have given Dismas that charm. This is actually just a straight good charm for Vestal. Oh, this is actually good. This gets you more lore if you get these to the hamlet. We know there's nothing in here. We do not know what is ahead because we have not scouted. No, Dismas, just set it on fire. Burn it. Right? This time nothing happened. Oof. Trap. Did not see the trap.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
This is the last room. Let's just go ahead and eat all our food. Heal up. Because there's not hunger triggers in rooms. Not a bad first round. Let's see if we can just... Dang it, Reynold! Hey, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here, but people really do not like Reynold in this dungeon.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. A
That
decisive
should
pummeling.
take care of those two in the back. That one will still live. That's a little unfortunate.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
he actually hit.
Executed with impunity.
Hi, Pie!
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Play water? No. I'm here, I might as well. Torch? Take the shovel to it. What? What did you just get? Oh, that's actually really good. Cool.
Room by room, hall by hall, we reclaim what is ours.
Alright. Oh boy, what do we got? That's decent. That's fantastic. Great. Awesome. Oh my god, guys. I mean, we haven't even gotten to the Lovecraftian stuff. If you're already turning to alcohol, what are you gonna do when we actually see the deep ones, lady?
She has paid dearly for her freedom. And deserves better than this place.
So we have... She is now in the state temple. Yeah, so we have the Shieldbreaker. The Shieldbreaker is actually interesting. Her backstory is that she was a dancer who tried to escape in the middle of the desert and got bitten by a snake. So she had to chop her arm off, and that's why that's all bloody. I like the Shieldbreaker. She's just kind of interesting to try to use. Will not partake in prayer activity in town after certain traumatic events. So... Oh, she's got a movement skill. That's not bad. But I don't really... In my experience, movement skills are only really good if your party is built around being able to deal with them. Which I can't do yet. You can send yourself forward to the front, and then move back to the second slot. You can use in the second and third slot. This also can move her forward. Isn't too bad. It's not...
Shifting, swaying. She mesmerizes her prey before the final strike.
Yeah, that's not quite what I would have liked, but I can work with that. And here's one of the mod classes, which I've never used before. This is the Talon Brigands again. I guess that's who those bandits were? Let's see. River Bends. Forward 2... Base, past guard. Back 1. Back 1. Back 2. Interesting. So he's going to be shuffling our party left and right. This is curious. Alright, so we now have the stress relief areas open.
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike.
This is exactly what it sounds like. It's to relieve stress. Well, let's go drink. Let's go drinking. Woohoo! I'll put you there for drink. We have Abby, which is also for stress
The
relief.
cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set straight. The
Also-
Abbey calls to the faithful.
Also, the caretaker will sometimes take up a slot. This is not really a huge deal because Ross won't pray anyway. And Reynolds don't really need stress relief. Also, anybody who's not doing anything in the hamlet will automatically lose some stress, so. We have the blacksmith, which is upgraded
The
gear.
bellows blast once again. The forge stands ready to make weapons of war.
Come on, dismiss. You have to actually upgrade the weaponsmith. He doesn't do it by default, which is fantastic, really. And the guild, which is how we get new
Make
skills.
no mistake. We will face ever greater threats. Our soldiers must be ready.
Okay. So, like, one thing with how we manage, you can use duelist advance to get them into the front slot, and then point blank shot to knock them back one. Like I said, it's not, having movement skills is not bad. You just really need a party built around movement skills. So let's see what I can do here. So he needs to be in the back row. Which is fine. That's pretty good. He doesn't have zealous accusation, that's alright. You and you are going to be shuffling the party back and forth like mad. That should be fine. If forward 2, back 1, back 1, back 2. I'm gonna pick up Pale Evening. To give him something that is not moving the dang party around. Okay, back 1, blights, debuffs. Lead. Let's try this. So he needs to stay in front. I should get him Holy Lance, just because everybody's gonna be moving left and right and forward here. This is going without a healer, but there's not really a lot I can do about that right now. That. You've just gotta roll with what the game gives you. Let's see. Real heroes, structure, weaponsmith. Okay. So experienced recruits means that they will be recruited at higher levels. Like, everyone is at level 0 now, but if we get this will come at level 1. Go ahead and pick up that.
A sharper sword, a stronger shield. Anything to prolong a soldier's life. Every creature has a weakness. The wise hero trains for what she will face. All manner of diversion and dalliance await those who cross the threshold with coin in hand.
Make drinking more effective. And let's make meditating more effective.
Gilded icons and dogmatic rituals. For some, a tonic against the bloodshed.
That's fine.
Rarities and curios. Sold at a profit, of course.
Thought we came back with that page. I wonder where
In
it got
time,
stuck.
you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Here it is. This is the first part. A trampled journal. 13 of 20. I'll have to get more of these to have anything worth reading. Let's see how bad this goes. No. Get out. Okay, so he has to be in the front. You have to be in the back. And you two are going to be, like, shifting left and right here. Go ahead and switch these, because they're fine in either place. Who's got the bleed skill here? Debuff, debuff. You have a blight skill. Do I have a trinket for that? Oh, but I guess you can have this. back here. Guess you can have the heal as well, because you're kind of gonna need it. He's kind of gonna be our healer for this, which is... Oh boy, this should go well. Let's see... Gotcha. I don't want to go! You can't make me go! It's actually pretty good. Just press, that's... Medium length. What color dream? Stick with short for now. Medium gives you one thing that you can camp with, but I'm not quite ready for that yet. Looking wrong again. A shovel. Let's... should be enough. Let's go. Hey,
Pace
you know what
out
I should
the
do?
halls of your lineage once familiar, now foreign.
There we go. Much better. Okay. We're immediately turning off for the battle, so this is, fantastic. Also, everybody has some stress because they went into a dungeon or higher level than they are. Which is irritating, but what are you gonna do? Oh, this is bad. You want to get rid of the madmen as soon as possible. Oh, what have we got for you? Alright, good, he's down. Next is you.
Executed with impunity.
And down the madman goes. Which brings him closer, which is good.
Death waits for the slightest
Ouch.
lapse in concentration.
I like how he guards the dog. This is not... This is just going fantabulously.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
I don't quite want to move. Or not just yet. Oh, that is nice. Oh yeah, it's fantastic. Nothing is going wrong. Not one thing. Nope.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
I'm probably going to kill Oreo, and I feel very bad about that. Have some food. Okay. It said Oreo read an unsettling passage, but that didn't seem to actually unsettle them all that much. fight, and then a treasure in a fight. Oh, don't stress out the poor doggy. God, at this rate, Oreo is gonna be in a lot of trouble.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Oh, he has to be back one more to be able to use Holy Lance. Got it. I don't know why, but whoever it is mean.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms. As victories mount, so
How do
too
I-
will resistance.
There we go, fix my position. Okay. This is really more accurate to how it usually goes when I'm playing the game, quite frankly.
Another one falls.
Dang it! Okay, what are we going to do? I'm gonna try to give Oreo a little more help. Uh-oh. Good dodge there. You too. Okay, this is going a little better.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Not the best, but a little better.
Be gone, fiend.
I want to say, Rissa dang near everything.
Back to the
Oh, nice. We got
This
the key.
expedition at least promises success. Packs laden with
gold.
loot are often low on supplies.
Yeah, that was what I thought. Quit your dungeon already. 50, 80, 60. Oreo, get the trap. That's not how you get a trap, Oreo.
Mind that such missteps are the exception and not the rule.
Oreo is just not having a good day today. Probably should have unlocked that. Oh well. Oh no, Oreo's made luck. It's followed them to Darkest Dungeon, no! A Darkest Dungeon made be kinda interesting.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. I knew it. Alright, let's go this way. Sure. That light back up. Cleanse it? Yeah.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Oh, this is not nice. This is not nice composition. Okay, let's try to get some bleeds to take here. That's not the best bleed, but it's a bleed. No! Oh, here we go. And Oreo got...
Frustration and fury, more destructive than 100 cannons.
An affliction, that was what I was looking for. That's not good. Oreo might die of a heart attack if things do not change. What?
How quickly the tide turns.
Yeah, no kidding! Okay, thank goodness. Oreo did not take their turn away from me.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
He is dead. Over week, we need to get a little heals in here. Okay. Probably would have been better off attacking them individually, but that still helps. Still doing good. But yelling at people, Oreo, you're so rude. Okay. That...
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
That did not go well.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
That did not go well at all. Luckily there are no more fights. animals are good for the party comp, because everyone can move around freely. That. Yeah, of course. Of course.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
Thank you, Ancestor. Let's just get back to the hamlet before it goes even worse and somebody dies.
The great ruins belong to us, and we will find whatever secrets they hold.
That didn't go so well. I'm not sure what that actually does. That's good. That's not as good. That's not great, but there's worse.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Whoa, what? That was weird. Okay. Oh, this is another one of the mod classes I have. Okay, and Ross just kind of fucked off into the ether. That's good to know. So now we can do camping skills.
In wild places, she is a stalwart survivor and a strict instructor.
We can't do anything about this right now. Planetarium.
Experimental techniques and tonics can overcome things a sharpened sword cannot.
Okay, let me think here. Oh, that's fantastic. How can I do this? How can I do this? I think I need to put Oreo here? No. I don't think that's how that works. I think Oreo just needs to chill. Get their stress down. Oreo. I was gonna say go pray to Jesus, but Caretaker's in the way. Go meditate for a little while. Calm down. Wait. Oh, did he have... Oh, whoops. We're here. It's costly, but... Get rid of that. Wait, what's in this syringe? Okay. You seem more like you would be the self-flagellation type. And you just go drink until the images stop. Okay. What do we got at Stagecoach? Hey, look at that. Red. That's the closest to red. Okay. It's actually pretty good. What have you got for skills? Forward. Back. Nurse. This is actually not bad. I'm not crazy about this, but I can work with this.
To those with a keen eye, gold gleams like a dagger's point.
About you. It's not great. That's not great. That's not really great on an antiquarian. That's not bad. Oh, let's see. Good. Not bad. It's bad. That I do not like.
She searches where others will not go, and sees what others will not see.
I do not like abominations. And I will fully admit this is because I do not know how to play them, because, well, the whole thing is that they're supposed to transform and become really strong, but that completely stresses out the entire party constantly, and I hate that. I'm probably not gonna take him. Okay, hon, let's see what we can do. That's not bad. That's not terrible. I guess I'll keep that. That's not... I don't really like it, but also I don't really see much better. Moment. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. The ruins is now level 2. Which only means it's gonna want level 2 heroes. Oh, that's Apprentice. Oh, this is the boss fight! Kill one Necromancer Apprentice. I don't really want to do that right now. Alter. HP in the first round, 2 speed after first round. This is really good. This is actually really, really good. I'm really tempted to go for that. I think I got to. It's just too good to pass up. And you're fine in the 4th slot, so you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to do that. Pi is just gonna have to chill for a bit. Fine. This is be best on you. Give this to you. I can go back. How do I go back to the hammer? No, that's option. That's how I go back to the hammer. Cause here's the heal. I could pick this up instead of this. And I like this better. It's not fantastic, but it gets people off death's door and gets rid of debuffs, so. The Wielding Favors is not bad, but we're not going up against a boss fight, so I think I'm actually gonna get the other one as well. Then... why not? I like the Plague Doctor, I'll be the Plague Doctor. this for Dismas and Rain. And we'll save the rest of what we got. This should be... Alright. Where's that chalice? That's not... That's not too bad. Let's give this a try. And hope this doesn't go as piss poor as the other one did. I'm just taking all of the torches because screw it. All of the food, too. One of those. We already have a key from the antiquarian. This should work. Pretty much, yeah. Like, look, after the last run came back, just give me all you got, dude.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar. Now, foreign.
So we have to explore 90% of the rooms, which means I think we can only ignore one. But that works out because we can ignore this one at the very bottom right. Hey, we got portrait. Hey, we got a trap that Dismas failed to disarm.
Ancient traps lie in wait, unsprung and thirsting for blood.
Good job, Dismas. Way to go. You are truly the shining example. I think we used medicinal herbs last time. Holy water? I should have put my torchlight up. This might suck. First of all, let's get Blighton back there.
Executed with impunity.
Okay, that works. Mostly wanted to drop his health enough that he would die next turn. That is not going to happen. We'll let the turn after that, though. So he's already dealt with. Oh, nice, Dismas.
The slow
And
death.
down it goes.
Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Give this a try. Dang it, it resisted the blight. Resist this!
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Yeah, you resist blight, but you can't resist sword to the face, can you? I should have saved my holy water for this. Check it anyway, Dismas. You're not Dismas, you're Reynold. What am I thinking? Not too bad, though. Oh, surprise monster attack. No, these things don't have a good blight resist. I'm just getting really unlucky. Ow.
Begone, fiend.
This isn't dead weight. Don't be so mean. Let's go with this a little bit. Have it. Oh, luckily, you can't dodge everything. And that took care of him.
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
That took care of him.
This expedition at least promises success.
Also, all these things I'm getting here are unique to the antiquarian. If she's in your party, you start getting a lot of treasure drops. So she's really good for building up gold. Take the long way around. We won't have to backtrack. This is why I have so much food. Got... It's an infantry that are in battle. No battles, that's good. You still don't really want to be walking around in low light, because a boss can spawn if that happens. It's not a nice boss either, but then again, in this game, do you really expect it to be? This is unnervingly quiet. Dang it, Reynold! Oh, we didn't even have papers. We needed that, you jerk. What are you gonna do with an incomplete journal, huh? Frick. Let's go ahead and camp since we're about halfway done.
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
We got lots of food so everybody can gorge themselves. And it's really, really good if they can do that, as you can see. So you can use, when camping, you can use camping skills. You have 12 time slots, and each one requires, or time costs. Each one requires a different amount of time cost. Also, somehow leeching somebody heals them. I don't really know. This is actually really good. You want to almost always set up to where you can prevent a nighttime ambush. Because those can be pretty nasty. Guns. Don't care. Less speech. Party minus 15 stress. All companions. Dental. Courage. Yeah, their camping skills aren't the greatest because I haven't invested any, but I kind of want to make sure they're going to live for a little while before I do any of that. Interesting. Everybody's healed. Alright. So I kind of amused when it clips out of the text box like
The
that.
way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
It could have been way worse. Oh god, why? It could have been way worse, Dismas. Okay, so... These resist blight quite a bit, but this is does not.
Another abomination. Cleansed
Okay.
from our lands.
That also works. Good job there, Dismas. Quiet. What's coming out, so we gotta be kind of careful. Oh, there we go. Well, a map fully shows what it is, I guess.
Watch your step.
Thank you, Ancestor. A little late on that one. There's immediately a trap. We're just gonna walk past this because I don't want anybody messing with Iron Maidens. No, anti-venom did not work. Past it. Let's...
The
a
light.
torch.
The promise
Sure.
of safety.
Just in case. This is not as bad as I feared. One's not quite dead.
Their formation is broken.
Never mind.
Maintain the offensive.
That one in the back's gonna need another blighting. That should be alright. It took offense to the first blighting, though. Apparently they both did. Yeah, it's a lot.
Another one
what I remember.
falls.
Nice one, Dismas. Okay, you are now taken care of. I actually didn't have to blight with the Antiquarian. I should have healed with her. Oh, that's not good. Thankfully, that's also not bad, but that's not good. Heal's a heal.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Get out! Got
Be wary.
things.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Yep.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
That's why I don't like messing with Iron Maidens. All of these unsettling passages, guys. Come on. You're about to hit a fight. And I have accidentally brought some more mercenaries on our head. I should have fixed my arrangement. Rat muffins. Okay. I could believe it.
Obliterated.
Probably should have done Zealous Accusation, but that still worked, so that's fine. And this, yep, sets him up to be finished off, so.
A death by inches.
Can't do anything about the dude there. Luckily everybody dodged that. Not so luckily this time. Since he's at the front, he's not in the greatest position right now.
Annihilated.
Dismas did not take nicely to that shot.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
One more fight up in here. Bring it on. Oh, I do not like this formation, and I forgot to fix myself again. Let's just have Dismas's turn doing that, because we really, really need me in the proper spot.
Eradicated.
Down you go. Okay, good. I was gonna be really salty if she messed up our arrangement again. Everybody still hates Dismas.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms. Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Jeez! Oh, we actually can skip 2 rooms, but there is a thing here, and I have a key.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
It's over here. Eh. That went a lot better than I was expecting it to go.
The shifted corridors and sloped walls of our ancestry are beginning to feel familiar.
I'm not gonna lie, I expected that to go a lot worse than it actually did. Yeah, decent amount of stuff too. What now? That's really good, and that's not good. That's terrible, me. Why would you do that?
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
Oh, god damn it. Oreo has vanished. Bolin is fine. I really need to get a better name for this dude. Okay, so... Limited. Oreo went from abusive to just gone. Hello. Ross is back at least. Oh wow, I forgot that these events actually have people around. We have another Vestal. Okay. Talon Brigands. Parafragulate. Rune. Yes, shush.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
My alert is actually not set up. Whatever, I'll fix it later. Here's another of the... This is the one I had from before. Pedro, that's good. Is not allowed to visit the brothel for reasons best left to discretion. No, I'm not gonna do that. What about you? Definitely not good right now. Doc Robber, hello! Bounty Hunter. Third crit, which is not great, but which is workable. Plus 10 damage. Scouting chance. What have you got for skills? He's best in the second. Was it? Pull. We'll yank a target out of position. Uppercut, which... Oh right, I remember that. I was watching Bear do a PvP match and he kept knocking the guy's Crusader to the back. And that guy was probably so upset. Looks like he would be best in the second slot.
The thrill of the hunt. The promise of payment.
What about you? Yeah, I think Barry even said, like, if I was my opponent, I would be so mad right now. Romania, Fast Corpses, oh. This looks interesting. What have you got? Harvest, that's good. Good. That's really good. I remember this being like extremely good. They had to nerf Battle Ballad, I think, because people were just stacking it. This is actually pretty good. This is a support jester. We'll go ahead and take you.
He will be laughing still at the end.
What about you? Move forward, move back. Alright. Always up for the Plague Doctor.
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
That looks good. Okay. Well, since Oreo has wandered off to parts unknown, go pray for a little bit. I guess we're working with what we got here. Okay. Get all those back. No, I think we've actually got party to handle the Necromancer. Oh, let's do that. I think with Ross, no, Ross needs some attacking the back row, but I think we can fix that. With Ross, we should be able to handle the Necromancer. Okay, this attack from the back. These I'm going to grab because these will let her attack from the back. Perfect. Okay. First, I want you to have this. We definitely want you to have this. Concentrate. Punch. Have that as well. You, I want you to have the bleed charm. Yeah, this as well. He's gonna start replacing these when he gets new, better quirks. Goodness, I'll never need this. Where's my water? Alright. Let's kill ourselves a necromancer.
Mastery over life and death was chief among my early pursuits. I began in humility, but my ambition was limitless. Who could have divined the prophetic import of something as unremarkable as a twitch in the leg of a dead rat? A devil walks these halls. Only the mad or the desperate go in search of him.
So, as far as I'm aware, the necromancer could be any of these battle rooms, so we gotta check them all out. I would laugh if he was like immediately right here, though. That'd be pretty funny. Let's try with this torchlight. It'd be okay, I think. I could honestly see both of those as happening, and it kind of frightens me. Oh, it spawns as far away as possible. I will go the other way then. Blooding the back row again should make that problem take care of itself next turn. Well, it's not Dismas this time everyone's picking on?
A death by inches.
Or he'll die next turn because they both went first, so I couldn't quite fix that. But we dodged, so it was as good as
Compassion
hitting him.
is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle. Another abomination
Nice crit.
cleansed from our lands. As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Wait, why is Oreo laughing at us? Oh, because they ran away.
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
Oreo's smart and got the hell out of Dodge. That's what happened. Okay. Boss spawns as far away as possible. That would be either... that would be here. Top left. Oreo is one of the originals to this stream. They support the stream and art sometimes. Because they like dogs, we named the Houndmaster after them. I was gonna start singing I was going to start singing a sea shanty, and then I remembered I don't exactly remember the words to any of them. Ooh, this is a battle. I should have checked. Yeah, I expected the stun resist. Did not expect the dodge. That's not nice. Very not nice. You are so rude. That admittedly would be pretty cool. Unfortunately, I don't think there's actually a mod that does that. I've looked through a lot of the Darkest Dungeon mods and I haven't seen anything like that. I'm taking a look later, though. I don't think there's anything wrong with the Darkest Dungeon classes that we have, but it's fun having mod classes, I think.
Their formation
You stop
is
that
broken.
right now.
Maintain the offensive. Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Donald's not having a good day right now, is he? I don't think anybody is having a good day right now.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
That helped, though. Okay, how should we do this? He's dead next to me, so our try is getting this guy dead first.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Fortunately, he cannot actually do anything. He was blighted. I guess not.
Continue the onslaught.
Well, he's dead now.
Destroy them all.
Okay, let's get that torch back up. That did not go fantastically. It's alright. I would like to get to the room before the boss room and then use the camping so that I can be fully healed for the boss, but we'll see if the game wants to cooperate that far.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
This is Darkest Dungeon, it could always be worse. Doesn't matter how bad it went, if it didn't end in a full party wipe, it could always have been worse.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Yes, yes, yes.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
That actually worked out for her. Alright. You were lucky, girl. Trap here. They gotten rid of. So many torches. Is this the boss? Yes, yes it is. Let's get our butts there and then we'll camp and get everybody as set up as we possibly can. That was unfortunately not enough to kill it, but it's alright.
Fiend.
That was what I was looking for, yeah.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Yes, yes, thank you. And I kind of straight on past it. This is a really good team. Okay, let's chill at the
A
camp.
moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
And this is actually really good. Got decent buffs here. Let's get his stress down a little bit. Alright. I do like how they comment on
The
your
light,
food situation.
the promise of safety.
Stuff. Alright.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Let's see what we can do about this boss. I don't think I've fought him before.
Towering, fierce, terrible, nightmare-made material.
Okay, so he only has one action. He heavily resists stun, bleeding blight's fine. Let's not even try to stun him. He also has a lot of health. So my job is going to be start stacking blight as much as I can on him. Oh, that is not good. Oh, that's very lots of not good.
Another one falls.
Hopefully Reynald is a murder machine. Okay, so plan. I blight the heck out of him. Ross keeps us alive and Reynold deals with the skeletons.
Executed with impunity.
Flesh is willing? Oh, that! That thing's hand just turned into, like, tentacle blades. Did anybody else see that? Light not stacking anymore? I can't quite tell. Oh, that! That was creepy! Doesn't miss, keep shooting it! No, it's still stacking.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Reynald is just like, how many times must I kill you? I'm gonna take a risk. Oh, it didn't pay off. He is almost dead, though.
With no living sinew to actuate them, will these walking bones finally fail?
This is not bad. The virtue chance is already so low that dropping it further is just like, eh. This is interesting. Wouldn't call it great, but it doesn't get any drawbacks, so why not? Okay, let's get the heck out of here. That went pretty well. And I got a thing that is just a straight buff. I really like. Those are pretty rare. Also, come to think of it, I think I forgot to check the wagon when it said the air was here, so I didn't manage to pick that up. Oh no, some of these got diseases. That's not the best on a plague doctor, but not bad. Oh god, I got a tapeworm! Someone help! I'm not sure what this does. Yeah, we found that out the hard way.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Oreo's back. Want to have a tapeworm. Go ahead and actually just do that so we can immediately throw Reynold in there too. I'll just chill. Oreo's still stressed out to heck and back. But Fallen Saves refused to leave yet. Next best thing. Go drink yourself into a stupor. You can actually upgrade anything yet. Yeah, I don't have enough. Ah! Oh, phobia. Mania. For the Arbalist and the Musketeer, and I'm really hoping the Musketeer shows up soon. They most everything they have, yeah, puts them in the back. So this is another back row.
Shoot, bandage, and pillage. The dancing steps of war.
And Hellions are interesting. They have a lot of movement skill. Love interest. In town will only visit the brothel for stress relief. At least it's a quirk that's not deeply terrifying this time. Work, yup. Lead out. They kind of debuff themselves, so they're really best for quick fights. They're good to have.
Barbaric rage and unrelenting savagery make for a powerful ally.
Good.
Fan the flames, mold the metal. We are raising an army.
Okay. I think that's enough for now. We've got a group sort of built up. We got the first version of the first boss down. We made some pretty decent progress. We'll come back to this again another time, because I'm gonna try to finish this one way or another, however long it takes. I'll see you then.